Alex, where are you going? Have you been to the supermarket near your house?
Huh?
We are going to the movie theater today, aren't we? Has the movie started, or are we already late?
Can you still watch the movie at this point as if nothing's happened? You're still in the mood, aren't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Who wants to go to the movies with you? You should see it yourself. I won't go.
What the hell are you talking about? You can't say that. Why did you change your mind so quickly?
What do you mean? You are such a horrible wife. How dare you look down on your husband?
Huh?
You're clearly just a housewife using my money. You dare to look down on your great husband. Do you think that you deserve to go to the cinema with me today?
Wait a minute. Oh, really? I don't know. I despise you? I don't remember what I did to make you so angry.
You didn't make my morning coffee today, did you? I said coffee. Coffee. I just want to have a drink every morning. All I want is just iced coffee. You have been my wife for 10 years. You must know this.
Know what? Huh? The coffee is the reason you left the house, isn't it?
You better watch your tone before you regret it. Don't you know how serious a mistake you've made?
Huh?
You are a housewife. Ruin your husband's morning routine. Do you know how serious it is?
You said not preparing you coffee is a sin?
I mentioned it this morning and you still want to argue with me. You said, if you want me to make you coffee, just bring the pot. I asked for coffee and you should know what you have to do. And don't ask your husband to take the bottle.
Since I'm busy preparing breakfast for everyone in the morning, I'll just ask you for a small favor like that. The vase I had soaked in the sink the day before, so I couldn't use it right away. I just asked you to get another vase in the closet. I don't want you to soak the vase in the sink. I just hope you can at least put it in the dishwasher after drinking it.
As a housewife, you could do it by yourself.
Not only housework, but also my working time is the same as yours.
If you see that amount of money I give you is decreasing day by day, then you better take the initiative and make your own money. This is a wife's responsibility.
Huh?
Oh, James, I implore you to take a long, hard look at yourself and the path that you're on. I unleash my wrath upon you with such fervour and intensity that you still haven't had an apology to me until now.
What? I have to apologize for this?
Think, and you will know the answer is yes. Forget it. I shall not return until you've deeply pondered upon this matter. Just think it through thoroughly, and then when you think it's done, just call me.
Alex Brown.
I've put the divorce agreement on the table. If you've got nothing else to defend, just put your signature on the divorce papers.
Have you carefully prepared the divorce agreement this time? How many times is this? Every time we fight, you just come back to your hometown. Even prepare divorce papers.
Shut up. It's all your fault. Before insulting me, think it thoroughly. Listen carefully. After self-criticism, you must apologize to me. Otherwise, I won't go home.
1 hour later.
James, did you upset my son again? On Sunday morning, Alex returned home to me in the countryside.
He really went back to his hometown. Every time. I'm really sorry.
Really? Every time he knocked on the door, suddenly you had to think of me.
I'm sorry. If there was one more time, could you divorce with Alex Brown?
What?
Because every time he quarreled with me, he just ran back to his hometown. The result is that we can't just have a normal conversation. Therefore, the same thing will happen soon. I think the problem here is that the place that he goes wherever we quarrel.
You mean, even if my son goes home, I shouldn't let him in?
That's right. I also want to ask you to help.
Who will help you do such a thing? I think you'll say something. As a result, I was told to ignore my son and you will ask for help. James, unexpectedly, you're such a stubborn daughter-in-law.
Huh?
I also heard the reason why you and Alex yell at each other. Did you forget to make my son's favorite coffee?
But actually, I have never said that I didn't want to make him a drink. He did not explain it clearly to me, even angry because I did not help him to make the coffee.
Wow, I've never had a thought that I had such a saucy daughter-in-law like you. At this time, you should be honest. You must feel guilty for your husband. You should apologize for your mistake. I don't understand why my son wants to marry you.
Is this my fault?
Yes, of course. The responsibility of the homemaker is to build a cozy home for her husband. I want you to understand that's all your fault. You didn't do the thing you needed to do. If you apologize, he'll forgive you and come back home. That's how generous my son is.
So I have to apologize again for the unreasonable matter?
What are you talking about? Judging by your attitude, you are not self-reflecting at all. In this case, it seems all you need is to kneel before him. Yes, you must kneel down. You come to my house and kneel before my son. If not, you'll be a bastard. My family wouldn't easily forget what you have done.
It's just a cup of coffee, and you make me kneel for this? This is too difficult to understand. Mom, all you want to see is just me being tortured, right?
And what kind of tone is that? Thank you for using this method to reconcile with my son. Why dare you speak so rudely with your mother-in-law? You're such an obstinate daughter-in-law.
How did my mother-in-law make me kneel down? I can't take it anymore.
Is this all you want to say? You not only argue back to your husband, but also to your mother-in-law. It seems that we have to take out the ultimate weapon here.
Huh? The ultimate weapon?
After hearing our conversation, your father-in-law said that he wants to tell you something. He said he would directly teach you how a husband and wife should behave with each other. If you collapse and cry, it's definitely not my fault. It's all your fault.
1 week later.
Why are you being so stubborn all the time? Not apologizing to me even though my father-in-law taught you a lesson? How could there be misbehaving woman like you?
I do not accept your reason. That's enough. Go home for a week just because of a cup of coffee? You are crazy.
Which point am I crazy? I do this to educate your perverted mind.
Huh?
Mary James, how long are you going to be like this? How dare you not apologize to your husband? Is saying sorry such a difficult thing to do?
Huh?
You are so stubborn and unpleasant person. Are you really fine when continuing like this? If I take my stepwife home, don't complain.
Do you mean the next wife candidate?
But you don't want everything like this, right? If you divorce me, as a housewife, you are such an insignificant person.
Huh?
Why? What am I saying is the truth. You can live with your husband's blessing when I divorce you. In this case, she's just an old, unemployed woman.
Huh? You are too arrogant.
But you don't want everything to become like this, right? Now come here and apologize to me. If you were abandoned by me, you would feel very troublesome. You just say the magical word sorry, and everything will be normal again.
Where did you say you want to go back to?
Huh?
I have quietly listened to you until now. You just talk about going home. It's really annoying. Where do you think you can go? You don't want to go back to my mother's womb, right?
What? What the hell are you saying?
Sorry, but I'm serious. There is no place for you to go.
Huh? Suddenly, what are you talking about?
I have submitted a divorce agreement. Household registration has also received favorable documents. After that, I also moved out of that house immediately. Alex Brown, you have no place to go.
What? Have you delivered a divorce application?
Yes, I have.
You moved out of this house?
Yes. I left your things in the nearby warehouse. Signing a 1-month contract. Therefore, you have to take it this month.
Hey, just wait a little bit. What the hell is happening?
I'm telling you that our divorce has been established. I have nothing to do with his wife's replacement. Do whatever you want. That's it. Goodbye.
What the hell? Wait a little. You have to explain clearly what's happening.
Huh?
What do you mean? You've signed a divorce decree? Could it be that the divorce application was on the porch? Did you really hand it over?
That's right. When I handed in the household registration and submission, I still felt a bit ashamed because the waiter told me So you are his wife. Monthly, there's a man who comes to get a divorce agreement, which seems very scandalous. They all wondered, when will his wife come and apply a divorce certificate? He told me that everyone was waiting for this day. Well, now the story is also the end. Don't say such a regret, because the household registration procedure is very fast. There is no way to cancel. That's it. Be careful. You can live in your favorite house in your hometown.
Hey, Mary Jane, slowly. Please tell me clearly. Why did you move out?
10 minutes later.
Mary Jane, I heard that you were divorced without telling your husband. What's going on? I've never heard anyone so selfish before.
How could I be selfish? Is this what your son wants? He said, if you do not have a second thought, take the divorce agreement, then go to the household registration. Alex told me that.
Why don't you have a look at yourself? What happened this time was obviously your fault. You cannot do what your husband offered. It's all your fault.
No, I did nothing wrong. It is just a cup of coffee. As the fool like him, he said the divorce application signed in front of the porch.
Please, do not say that my boy is stupid, please.
But he is really foolish.
There's no daughter-in-law like you. If you don't review what you did without my permission, you'll have to bear the consequences. How can you be so stubborn? Apply for a divorce alone without the consent of your husband. I will never forgive you.
Well, I didn't go alone.
Huh?
I made my decision without Alex's consent, but I didn't have to register for the household alone. My father-in-law and I went together.
Are you talking about my husband?
Yes, the divorce application was also agreed by your husband. Your family is an eccentric bunch except your husband. Fortunately, I had my father-in-law by my side, which gave me a feeling of safety.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? You and my husband are together? Why did my husband want to go with you?
He came with me. He also wanted me to write a divorce application. I filled a divorce decree with Alex.
What are you saying?
Your husband also filed a divorce agreement with you. The same thing is accepted. Congratulations.
Wait a little bit. Why? Why did my husband apply for a divorce? This is ridiculous.
Sorry, but actually very reasonable.
Because why? Why did he file for a divorce? We are not the same.
He's just too worn out to argue with you. He has tolerated you to this point, hasn't he? Dad came to our house last week. He came to teach me how a husband and wife should resonate with each other. I also think I will learn a lesson about relationship between Alex and me. It turns out, not so. Actually, we both are going to divorce.
What are you talking about?
My father-in-law told me, respect is essential in a marriage. If you can't even do this, it is advantageous for both of you to pursue a divorce. Then he said that he also wanted to divorce, so he would go with me to the household registration office. Because he's also thinking about divorce with you. Your husband said that he and I could come together. I heard what he said. I'm not aware of whether Alex has been influenced by you or not. And your husband has endured you more than enough. He no longer wished to live in a living hell on earth with you anymore.
Well, no, you're lying, right?
Dad looks very miserable. Alex is always pampered, and you do not respect your husband. He seems to suffer from the bottom of his heart.
No, what I say is just a joke. Because I said Alex is about to divorce, only then can I say that.
For those of us listening, even if it is just a normal mention, the speaker will also be hurt. Therefore, it will lead to this result.
Is this a lie?
We don't plan for this. Unexpectedly being forced to divorce.
Do you know where your father-in-law is now? I didn't see him this morning.
He must have moved to a new home because he said he found a suitable home to live alone.
What are you talking about?
Live happily with your precious son. My father and I will individually live our own lives.
Wait a minute. What should I do?
Huh?
I'm just kidding. Please let me know where your father-in-law is. Is he really angry? Whether I'm sorry or not, do you think he'll forgive me?
Perhaps it is not my duty to inform you, but I think you should kneel before him first.
What? Kneeling down?
What happens when the wife rebelled against her husband? Just kneel down. By the way, I don't know where he lives.
Please help me contact my husband and ask where he is.
That is not what I should do. Goodbye.
Hey, wait!
The next day,
I went to the household registration office to get the marriage registration form. I know we had a fight before, Mary James, but I also know that I don't want to live another day without you. Will you forgive me and marry me again?
huh?
It's good to get married after a divorce. I'm not mad at you for filing for divorce without my permission anymore. So, let's get married again.
Nah, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Don't say such cold words. Mary James, do you still love me, don't you?
What?
We just got divorced a few days ago. How is it possible for a 10-year relationship to disintegrate within such a short span of time?
You are such a fool. Every time something happens, you just scold me for no reason. You even gave me a divorce agreement. I'm sorry. Do you not know how miserable I was in those days?
I just wanted to tease you a little bit.
Dad always listens to me whenever you leave me to return to your hometown. You don't even know how much Dad helped me. Finally, I could look out and wake up. I cannot bear the thought of having you in my life any longer. Your presence just brings me nothing but heartache and turmoil, and I have reached the end of my rope. If you really need a morning coffee so badly, make your own, you idiot. If you can't even make coffee, you just need to drink water for a lifetime. After that, ex-husband Alex lives in the countryside with his mother, but his mother doesn't know how to do housework like me, and Alex doesn't know how to make money like his dad. So the two of them often quarrel. Not apologizing is ruining their relationship, even though the two of them always say this to each other, but they all know that if they really cut off the relationship, it will be so painful. So this is often repeated at home. On the other hand, my father-in-law enjoys living alone. With the help of my father-in-law, I could find a full-time job. Life is going very well right now.